Hi, this is Mike Milo, and I'm going to show you a way to set up a character for animation my way, which is probably different than a lot of other people do. So I went ahead and I did some quick rough drawings of a character coming down. He antics, spins around, smacks somebody with his little head whip thing, spins around, does it again, and lands. So it's very quick, and I'm just doing it so that you get a sense of what my method is. So pretty much the way I would do this is I'm going to make a head clip for the character. So I'm going to find something that works for the character, like say this is a good pose. So I'm going to create a layer above. Well, I already did, but there you go. And I'm going to set a keyframe right there. You can do that by hitting F6. Then I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna just trace this character's head. Oh, and by the way, this is what the character looks like finished. So I'm gonna try and animate this character in this scene. So I'm gonna quickly do an outline of his head. And then I am going to hit F8, and F8 will allow me to create a symbol. So I'm just going to call that head, and then I'm going to go inside that head, and then I can clean up this little bit of messed up drawing here. And then I'm going to, I'm going to go and I'm going to create another layer above it, and I'm going to call that eyes. And I'm going to just quickly, wait, actually I'm too far out. I want it to look like this. So I'm going to create eyes really quick. And then I'm going to select this, and I know this doesn't seem like it's going to work yet, but bear with me, and it will. It works really well. So I'm going to call this eyes, and then I am going to do another one for the mouth. Do another keyframe, another layer, and then I will create one for the mouth. And actually, again, I want to be out further, so the line quality is the same size. And just a quick mouth. Probably want to finish that mouth off there. All right, and then I will call this mouth, amazingly enough. And now I've got my main pieces. Oh, you know what I should probably also do? The little top hat thing that he's got. So we'll just call this whip. I don't know, whip holder? Whip hole. Okay, and then there'll be these three whips, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet because I'm going to animate that on the outside of the symbol. So now that I've got these pieces, I am going to go inside this head, and I'm going to work on these eyes. Now I'm going to look at what that character's basic colors were, and inside his it looks like I made it dark gray, so I'm gonna do that, fill that in, then I'm gonna get rid of it, and I'm gonna create another layer. I'm gonna put it underneath, and now I can lock that layer, and I can create another layer over it. In fact, I'll actually make that an outline right now. I'll just get rid of it for a second there. Change my color to black, black again, and I'm going to create a pair of eyes. So now you say, Mike, this is outside the line. and it doesn't work. And you're right, except what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a mask for this, and it won't matter. And so let me quick color this in with white, and then I'm going to turn this back on, and you'll see now I'm starting to get something there. I'm going to copy this black area, and I'm going to put it above everything else, and I'm going to paste it down with Control-Shift-V, which will paste it in place. And I'm going to change it to red. And the reason I'm going to do that is because that is going to be my mask. And now I'm going to right click on that layer, and I'm going to call it a mask. And you'll see now what's happened is that everything it can only view what is within the mask's limits. So if I put all of these layers inside there, you'll see that now all I'm seeing is the mask area. So I'm going to undo this again, and just so that I don't see this, I'm going to change this to outline only. So now I've just got an outline, and I'm going to lock it, and I'm going to now I'm going to grab this outer layer here, and I'm going to put it outside the mask, and then you'll see that when I do that, now I've got my character and I've got my symbols, and everything works nicely the way it is, and it works. So what I'm going to also do is I'm going to put the pupils in there, and the pupils are black with red in the center, and I'm actually just going to use one pupil, and because I can just reuse the pupil. And let's put a highlight on it. Maybe like that. And then let's call it pupil. Did I spell that right? Nope, pupily. Pupil. Alright, saving for auto recovery. And then I'm going to duplicate this. And the way I duplicate everything is if you hold down on a PC, if you hold down, or I'm sorry, on a Mac, if you hold down Control and Alt and drag, it will duplicate the drawing, which is kind of neat. So now I've got two pupils, I've got the eyes, and if I go and I lock this again, now you'll see that now I have the actual, basically what I was looking to do before. And actually, I noticed that this is just a tear off, and see that of course causes another problem, but we can fix all that. So I do want to always keep the mask itself locked so that I don't draw over it. It looks like, oh, that's why, because my mask is also set like that. So there, hold on, gotta fix this. There. Oh, that's why. And then now I'll erase this. There. Okay. And I think that works. Oh, now I've got to color in the line back down here. No, I don't want to do that. I want this. And I want to fill that in. Oh, I can't. Do it this way. There. Oh, but see that little outline there? What that's telling me, actually, oh, it's fine. It did work. Okay, so now I've got my eyes the way I want them. If I go back out here, there are my eyes. Now I can go back to that symbol and see what color his body was. And oh, I should probably do the lines too on his face. So let's do that too. Let me go to that. There's his skull there. That's actually what I'm going to call this, his skull. And I'm just going to do a line, one line, two lines. And now I can fill these colors in. Oh, by the way, if you want to get a color and like eyedropper a color and flash, I mean, there's other ways to use it. There is an eyedropper tool here, but there's the eyedropper tool, but what I actually do is select a color and drag to wherever I want. And if you notice this area, it changes as you do that. So I just want that color. I'm gonna select it and hit that. Oh, actually, hold on, I'm gonna turn, no, wait, what am I doing wrong? Hold on. Why isn't it? Oh, because I put the, that's why, because I put the lines on another layer. Don't know which layer that is, but it wasn't the skull layer. Now, if I do that, there we go. And there we go. And okay. Selecting the wrong color, and I'm going to do his rivets that I have set up. There. Now I just go in here and color the teeth, and I will make them white because I don't think he doesn't have teeth, but I wanted him to have teeth because then he can go yeah. But I will make this a darker color than his metal, so it kind of works. So we're going to fill that in a little bit. So, all right, so now I've got the basics for my head, which is kind of cool. Oh, I should probably do this one as well. Let's fill this in. Okay, so there's my character's basic head. Now, what I'm going to do with it is that I can now create other eyes and other features that I can then use within this character's file. So, and I'll show you how I do that in a little bit. But the first thing I'm going to do is create a couple of poses. I'm just going to quickly allow him to blink. So I'm going to create another layer, and I am going to select this layer, and I'm going to squish it. And the way I'm doing that is I went and grabbed my transform tool, and then I selected my envelope tool, and it allows me to get all these extra points, which lets me manipulate the artwork that I already did. I mean, I could redraw it, and I might actually do that. In fact, I think I will. I will use Animate's new super cool onion skin tool. It's color coded, but so I'm going to take this, I'm going to trace basically the smaller eye, because I'm going to just have the entire thing close, so like he gets all like sorry, there's one pose. Then I'm gonna do another one where actually I said I wanted to do him blinking, so if I'm gonna do that, I have to figure out whether or not I want to set it up so that this thing always stays the same size, or whether or not, oh, I should also set this to being, I did not do what I wanted to do. All right, hold on. I'm going to call this eye white. All right, and then I'm going to get rid of this one, and I'm going to duplicate this one over here. And I can shrink it down if I want. There. Okay, so now I've got a couple of choices. Do I want these whole eyes to blink, or do I want it to just close? And I think I want them to just close because that just seems kind of cooler. And it looks like I have to get rid of this one as well. Clear keyframe. Okay, so now what I have to do, again, is just like I did before with the mask. I have to get rid of this mask, get rid of this, select this one. Wait, no. I want to make a mask for this frame too. Wait, we gotta close the line there, and then I'm gonna get rid of it and put it on the mask layer as well. And now you'll see that yes, that works exactly the way I want it to. Cool. So now I've got to go back out, unlock this stuff, color this piece into this second frame. There. Excellent. That's what I want. And I'm going to get rid of these layers here, and you can do that by hitting Shift F5. So now I've got the two layers, and he starts to close his eyes the way I want them to close. So now I'm going to, what is this? Oh, that's the, oh, did I, oh, okay, yeah. I left that up there on that layer. I don't want it on that layer. I want it on its own layer down below. And I want to clean this up outside here. Wait, this is on this layer here. There. Okay, so now I'm going to do the next layer. I'm going to select that frame range there, and I'm going to hit F6, and I'm going to now, again, delete that top drawing because I don't need it, because I'm going to do another one. There you go. And I'll repeat that same process again. I'm gonna create a mask for it, then cut the mask out. I'm gonna paste it down below here. Because again, this is the black area, black of the eyes. This one here is the white. So I'm gonna, this is the pupils. I did the pupillus again. Pupils. And then this is the mask. Okay, and then this is the outline. Okay, so now I've got one more I'm gonna do, and this one, actually, for the outline, all I'm gonna need is just a line. Make it a little thicker. There you go. So now he's closing his eyes, and then I think I'll add like a little bit of a angry thing. He's not going to be smiling at anybody, so I can wait. Actually, let's animate this outward. There. Okay, so now, I know that seems weird, but watch now. See, and oh, so my mask is wrong on this one. Okay. Oh yeah, because I didn't put the mask there. I need to copy this black area up to here. I'll change the color to red so that it's a mask again. And now, all of that should work. Yep, it works. See, so now he's blinking. Now I obviously have to animate these pupils so that they go down as he blinks, but that's okay. I can easily do that. See? And I can even do it here. Maybe even make this a little smaller so that they fit. Or actually there. And maybe I want to move the eye white down here
too on this one. There. All right, let's see if that works. Yeah, see, that works nicely. Cool. So now I've got some, he's got his eyes and he's like, grrr. Oh, I gotta do that for this one too. Let's fix that one. Oh, actually, for this one, I don't need anything except those. I don't even need that. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, that works nicely, actually. Oh, I don't even need this. Okay, maybe I want to tweak that just a little bit for the outline so that it feels a little more like eyes. Yeah, like this. There. Yeah, that works pretty good, actually. All right, so anyway, the idea of this all is that once you get this stuff, what I'll do is then I will create another frame, and I'll move the pupils around and move everything around so that I have different poses for the eyes. So here, now he's looking this way. I'll do another one where he's looking down. And so in order to create that extra keyframe there, what I did was I selected this whole layer, I hit F5, then I went to the next layer and hit F6 to create keyframes for each one of them. So now I can have, so now I've got a duplicate set of keyframes, but they're on another layer, and then that way I can quickly create another frame. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just going to quickly do a couple of poses. I had a little moment I had to stop. We have a sick cat, and he had to go to the bathroom. So, alright, so I just noticed that I've got this here. I want to get rid of that for each frame. There's one there. Okay, so there. So now I've just got different eyes that I can now use to animate with. And if I want to, like right now, I notice that these pupils are a little weird. So I can go back inside this. You'll notice if I double click, right here's the eyes, I select the pupil, but because I called this its own symbol, I can go back inside, tweak this pupil so that it doesn't look like crap, and fix it. And it will actually update anywhere I use it, so. Alright, so now he's a little, yeah, that looks a little better, and you'll notice that the other pupil is now also better too. So you say, well, Mike, that's fantastic. What the hell do I do with all that stuff? Well, you'll notice that if I create a frame range here, so if I go to say frame 70, and I hit F5, you'll notice that as I scroll through it, it's actually cycling through all of those frames that I did in there, which is where this wonderful little Anim Slider Pro comes in. And if I select it and set it to just be frame 1, and then I go out here and I slide this back here to the first frame. Well, this is off frame, but it doesn't matter. Then I go to the second one and I bring it down, and it looked like he flipped his head there. So, and what I'm doing here right now is I'm just creating poses that I will then use in a puppet that I will then expose on the frame, on the main timeline, so that I can reuse these poses over and over again, and I can quickly animate something. So look, he's looking this way in this pose. So let's go here, and on frame 3, I am going to change his eyes to him looking, wait, did I do that wrong? No, that's right. Yeah, there. And it looks like actually I could use another pose. So, and that's a nice thing, is I can just keep adding poses to it, and then I can use them throughout my file however I want to. So right now, and if the drawing doesn't work for the situation that you're trying to make, you just add another one and then expose that frame. You can even, because I set this thing up, I can even slide this as I go along. So it will work. So it looks like he's moving slightly. And then the beauty of this also is that I can move this up and down on his face so that it will feel like maybe he's raising his head, or he's, you know, lowering his head or whatever. And I can do the same with the mouth. So I can go back into this and create a bunch of other mouth poses. And I'll do that in another video, because I am at the point where I won't be able to upload anything more on YouTube. So I will see you in the next video, and I will continue this. All right, thanks. Bye.